move on the map, never slip. What you gonna do when you at, who you with? You ain't really about that, don't you? Really on the move on the map, never slip. Put your hands to your lips, don't you? You ain't really about that, don't you? Really on the move on the map, never slip. Put your hands to your lips. Shh.
What's going on, guys? It's Gene, aka Ellis Turbo Integ, and welcome to my channel. Fam, in this video I had to order a tow hook for my carbon fiber front bumper because there's no opening, so I'm gonna have to drill a hole. Kind of glad it didn't come that way just because I didn't want that gigantic cover. We are gonna order the Raceseng Tow Hook that I ordered from Flat6 Motorsports. I actually got a pretty good deal on it. I did not realize, according to Flat6 Motorsports, that they had discontinued making racing tow hooks. Racing, let me make sure I got that clear, not racing, racing for the Cayman. And I had placed the order and I didn't get any tracking information for like a couple weeks. Finally, they reached out to me to look into it and see what's going on, and they realized that they did discontinue that tow hook, which kind of sucks because there's some other ones out there that are kind of nice, like that seatbelt type material. But I didn't want to go that way. I actually wanted a metal type hook. I searched all over the internet and decided I wanted to go with the racing just because I love the way that it looks and the design of it. But what happened is, because it was discontinued, Flat6 Motorsports did reach out to me and said they had an open box and that they would discount it, I think like 40% off. They said it is used and there's a couple marks on it. And I told them to send me some pictures just so I can see, and I would decide whether or not to purchase it from there. It is about $225, $230. So I got the pictures and it's really not that bad. I was gonna paint it anyways. I'm gonna paint it the same color as the roll cage, which is gold. And it's also gonna match the calipers. So I think that'd be a nice touch for that tow hook to be here in the front end, just to break things up with the carbon fiber. But let me show you what they sent. And here it is, fam. Like I said, it was an open box. Racing, that's who makes it. And there it is. So basically screws in here, the rod then sticks out past the bumper, and then this basically folds in like so. Here are the marks. I took a black Sharpie just to cover it up, but it was kind of like metal. And then of course the marks right here, which I also put a black Sharpie just to see what it would look like. And that's without the Sharpie. So that's all it was, guys. So that's what it looks like. Super clean, guys. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to disassemble this and separate the hook from the rod itself. I'm gonna sand it down and basically I'm gonna paint it gold, and then but leave this all black. I think that'll look kind of clean. What do you guys think? So as you can see on my bumper, I don't have that hole cut out. And we gotta have it just in case I get towed. The tow truck company will need to attach the tow hook in order to hook up their winch to the car so they can pull it up on the flatbed, just in case I have an incident. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to mark where that connection is and drill my own hole. Shouldn't be too bad. I know it might be a little bit nerve-wracking to some guys drilling into their front bumper, but I've modified the car so much it doesn't even faze me. So I'm gonna mark out where I need to drill out. And just for reference, guys, you can see on my OEM bumper, but you can see where the tow hook cover is. This shouldn't be too hard to do. So here's the paint I'm gonna use. It's the same paint from VHT. It's Gold Flake. And here is the satin clear I'll be using on top of it, just to give it a little bit more protection. I'll probably do maybe 3 or 4 coats, and then same thing, 3 or 4 coats of the clear. Let it dry, and then we should all be set. Then I'll reassemble it. So this is how big the hole's gonna be. And I'm probably just gonna use a step bit when I do that. So that'll be the project for today, fam. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving to me through all my videos. So for those that haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. Hit those post notifications. That way every time I drop my videos, you guys will be notified. And if you guys have any questions or any comments, be sure to post them below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram at LSTurboInteg. All right, fam, let's tackle this project. Let's get to work.
Todo el mundo, everybody, hoy se bebe. Seguimos acá hasta que la vibra se entregue. Escúchate este ritmo pa' que te pegue.
Hoy vamos a pelear como se debe. Por ahí pa' abajo, centro, dentro, baby, hoy se bebe. Todas las bad bitches gírense, mami, voy se breve. Torquéate bien, ponte cuatro si se atreve. Más torquéate.
Alright fam, I got the front bumper off. I already screwed in the tow hook here. I was able to get my hands through the openings here from here and here. I was able to get my hand up and underneath, and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna get this dead on center with the carbon fiber front bumper. So because I was able to get my hand up inside just enough, I was able to use this silver Sharpie. Basically, I kind of outlined as much as I can. I couldn't get to the top part, my hand wouldn't get up there, but I was able to get right here. And as long as I got that shape, I'll go ahead and recreate the other half of it, but that's what I had to do. And as you can see, that's where I marked it. I'm gonna have to remove this and relocate it. That way when I drill the hole, I don't cut this wire. So I'll probably have to reroute it down here and then plug right back in for the parking sensor. I think that is the plan moving forward, but you can see how I kind of marked it, and that's what I got. So that is actually perfect. I was going back and forth with the parking sensor and the hole with the OEM bumper, and as you can tell, very close but not close enough. So it was a good idea that I kind of did what I did there. I put the bumper back on because I just wanted to make sure I'm pretty close. And I don't know if you're seeing the threads of the tow hitch, but here, I'll flash a light on it. Can you guys see that? I'm pretty spot on. And if I'm looking down the middle, I'm dead on with where I made the drill. So super glad I didn't screw up. But what do you guys think? So what I gotta do now is I gotta make the hole as big as this diameter here. That way when I screw it in, it's the correct diameter. Like I said, I'm not gonna do something too big. I wanna go just a little bit bigger, but not enough to have any gaps or anything like that. So you can see how much more I gotta drill out still. At least I've got a starting point. I can see the threads from here. Top dead center, right exactly in the middle. So that's perfect. Once we get this set in place, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take it back out, we're gonna sand this down, and we're gonna paint it that gold plate color. Like I said, maybe 5 coats. So let's go ahead and continue on, guys.
I hit record a job, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring.
Alright, I've got the hole drilled out, put the bumper back on, and it fits perfect. I double check the holes on top and everything's centered and no gaps here. I just gotta push this down. That's good there. But I think I'm good. Bumper is not gonna move. Let's go ahead and screw this in just so I can show you guys. I think that's perfect, guys. What do you guys think? I mean, that's pretty much the way to install these things, right? Pretty solid. Everything's still lined up. So I think we're good. I wonder if this can be tightened. I think so. I don't want this smacking my bumper right here. So I think I can tighten it. There is an Allen head. I think I'll just tighten just a little bit more. Other than that, I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this. We're gonna sand this down. Like I said, this is the only knob mark right here. And on the back side right here, but you're not gonna see that. So I'll sand it down to where it's smooth again on both sides. Then pretty much from there, I'll spray it 5 coats of gold flake and then probably 4 coats of the satin clear. I'll probably have to sand this down and reshoot that black just because I'm very picky with the way things look right now with all these gnawing marks. All right, fam, what do you guys think? All right, let's keep going. All right, got it all sanded down. As you can see, I smoothed everything where those marks were on both sides. So I sanded everything down from top to bottom. So we should be good to go for paint. But let's go ahead and get this spray painted gold flake. Also sanded down, not sure what you call the collar, I guess. That's the one that had all those markings on there. So I sanded it all down nice and smooth. So we're just gonna do this with flat black, unless I've got some gloss black. All right. The collar is painted and dried. I did 3 coats of satin black and 3 coats of satin clear. So it looks pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and get this peeled off. Looks good, guys. I didn't have to paint this end since there was no scratches or anything, so I left that alone. All right, guys, let's go ahead and screw this in. How does that look, guys? Looks super clean. I did see you can tighten this down to where it doesn't move. I mean, we want it to move a little bit, but I don't want it smacking the bumper here. So we're gonna do just enough. Just like that. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That looks really, really good. Look at that. Here's a top view. Right, guys, that looks amazing. Now, because I've been driving my car for the past, I don't know, month and a half, I've been kind of paranoid a little bit because, you know, if I have a flat tire or something, I'm kind of screwed if I need to be towed. Now that I got the tow hitch on from Racing, I bought this through Flat6 Motorsports with a discount of 40% off, pretty much half off. And as you can see, you don't even see those markings. So I kind of saved in the long run. And this is not a cheapo tow hook like I've seen around. This is actually functional. Guys, how good does that look? Amazing, right? So I'm super glad I was able to make this as clean as possible under the circumstance that I was under. Since I didn't have a tow hook, I had to drill my own. So not really nerve-wracking, but I didn't want to miss the mark and have some huge gap. Or, you know, most car guys know when they start looking at things, they start noticing, oh, he kind of screwed up there, he kind of drilled in the wrong spot. But I'm really glad I got this spot on. Well guys, that'll do it for this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. I think that turned out pretty great. What do you guys think? But as always, it's on to the next project. Guys, if you like the content I'm putting out, please consider subscribing. Hit those post notifications. That way every time I drop my videos, you guys will be notified. And if you guys have any questions or any comments, please post them below. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram at LSTurboInteg. And for those who are new to the channel, in case you're wondering why did I go gold, it is the same gold flake paint I used on my calipers, and also the same gold flake paint I used on my roll cage, which also from SCM Carbon goes really well with the gold flake. And yes, that is real gold. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next video. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace.